As we continue our journey on the Train Grande Vitesse from Brussels down to Paris, this is an ongoing series. We hit 287 kilometers per hour on this baby. It's pretty cool. When we got to Paris, a bit of a culture shock. We walked around trying to find the train station to the subway. And yeah. Hey, Mrs. Rubacher. Hi, how are you? So the only thing we seen in Paris, Steve wasn't like in Paris. We didn't even see the Eiffel Tower. So here's a picture of the Eiffel Tower. We walked out of one train station, walked into the other. So we had an itinerary all set up. We knew where to go, what to do. But when we walked out of the train station, you get all disorientated because there's all different street exits. Anyway, so onto the train, we hit Cannes, onto the bus, then down to Juno Beach Center. That is amazing. The amount of effort that went in, and that's all privately funded. This is some of the placards in the concourse leading up to the Juno Beach Interpretation Center. There's the main landing sites of D-Day. We had a really good time walking around. Like I said, very well presented. Now we're going to go through here, and I'm just going to let the pictures speak for themselves. There's the bunkers. There is the interior, there's the seawall, there's the artifacts, there's a audio-visual display. We spent a good part of the day at Juno Beach Center. Then we walked down the beach to Canada House, where the Winnipeg Rifles landed. And all in all, it was an eye-opening, very honored to be at Juno Beach just prior to their 80th anniversary celebration. Now this is Canada House down at the end of Juno Beach. There's a couple of memorials to the 2nd Winnipeg Rifles. Walking along the beach was a very somber moment. Just knowing that 80 years ago, young Canadians came across major fortifications. A little bit of Canadiana when we're sitting at Juno Beach Center prior to going into the bunkers. Celebration cookies. HMCS Caracat, J38. My grandfather served on that vessel during the war, and he also served on Rivière de Loup. And little known fact, my grandfather was a original gangster. He was part of the 1944 mutiny on the Rivière de Loup. Received 90 days in cells, served 40, and was back at the war. Apparently, the CO was ashore getting a minor operation done, hangnail or whatever he was getting done, and the ship was ordered to go to sea with the XO in command, and apparently none of them liked the XO, thought he was not as professional as he should be or knowledgeable. So 47 of the crew locked themselves for a non-violent mutiny, locked themselves in the mess deck. After that was resolved, the CO came back, and I think 13 of them received jail time as the ringleaders. Stormont Dundas Glengarry Highlanders. My father was part of that group as a reservist. He didn't actually storm D-Day. He wasn't born then. These are German pillboxes down along the fort. There are so many along the coastline, like you can't even count them. I think there's a lot. Off we did. We explored the town, and so this was our venture to Caen and Juno Beach. After that, onto the train, and we headed for Dieppe. That will be the next installment. Oh, had a great supper in Caen. It was almost like a crepe hamburger type thing. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, pictures of all the different fire hydrants. That was a motif. And there we are on the train on our way, leaving Caen on the way to Dieppe. And that would be our next installment, is the castles and the fortifications and the storming of Dieppe on our adventure of the West Coast battlefields, with major stops after that. Arras. Once in Arras, we do the Somme, Ypres, and Vimy. So stay tuned for those. That is going to be some amazing footage. Once again, thanks for following along with Inquisitive Pear Tree and Far, Far Away Farm. Hope you like our content. Like, subscribe, comment. Do whatever you want, as you have the power. Are they comfortable shoes? They're comfortable shoes. There's England.
When I show up, the good goodbye.